I assume the best case scenario for me always. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm in line at Starbucks right now. People always say this Starbucks is so busy. Not for me. I'm in and out, boo. I don't know how y'all do things, but that's how I do things. One of the most important things I tell myself every single day is that nothing is a fight for me. Everything is easy. Everything is smooth. If there is a complication, it gets figured out in a jiffy. I don't worry about stuff like that. I don't have a negative assumption. If I do find myself with a negative assumption, I work to see where it came from. It's that simple. When you change those beliefs, your life will literally shift immediately. Immediately. What does anybody gain from assuming the worst? Like, legitimately, what do you gain? People are like, prepare for the worst, just didn't expect the best. No, that's not a thing. If you're sitting there, if you're entertaining the worst case scenario, I will not do that. And it's something I did before. I will not do it now. I will not allow myself to sit there and go to a job interview and say, okay, if I don't get the job and they hate me and they laugh at me and they tell me to get out, what am I going to do? Absolutely not. I just don't do stuff like that. Everything in my life is ruled by my expectations, as is everything in your life. What do you expect? What do you believe? Really, before we go into 2025, figure that out. Figure that out. And figure out how the beliefs and expectations you have now have shaped the life that you had before. Because they have. If you think all men suck, all men cheat, money's hard to get, you have to work hard to get whatever you want, things never go right for you, I promise you that evidence showed up numerous times in your life. So why would you not allow evidence to show up of the opposite? That's insane. And people are like, oh, that's delusion. That's delusion. Delusion is literally just believing something with no evidence. You have no evidence for a lot of things. You have no evidence that the worst case scenario is going to happen, and yet you believe it. But you don't classify that as delusion. You classify delusion as being the opposite, as in believing something good is going to happen. What on earth is that? And if that's what you want to take into 2025, you're more than welcome to. Do I encourage you to? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.